All right, y'all. We made it. Here is the final result. See if it sounds
The
cool.
four P's of knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're quick to classify people that are just naturally more disagreeable as, oh, they're just obsessed with the position. And the demonization of the position, I think, has a lot to do with some of the lack of generative conversations. Because there are people who are more intellectual. I mean,
Yeah.
you point to someone like Sam. Sam's an exception. And Sam's like a fringe of the corner. He's doing more bridge building with Christian YouTube that TLC also rails against.
Yeah. Well, and maybe, yeah, and true. That's one of my things that.
The four people know. I think we're quick to classify people that are just naturally more disagreeable as, oh, they're just obsessed with positions. And the demonization of the position, I think, has a lot to do with some of the lack of generative conversations. Because there are people who are more intellectual. I mean,
Yeah.
you point to someone like Sam. Sam's an exception. And Sam's like a fringe of the corner. He's doing more bridge building with Christian YouTube and TLC also rails against.
Yeah. Well, and maybe, yeah, and true. That's one of my things that.
Like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
Being the inclusiveness of all people, you have to respect where this came from. You have to respect the older values based on collective emotional systems, collective emotional responses over time. And here's a quote by Pirsig. What people value can never be contained by any intellectual formula. So to integrate the good parts of this new awareness of socialism, potentially such as healthcare, some education benefits, definitely the idea that everyone is of equal value, into the capitalist system, you need something like mutual respect and collaboration. It's not all or nothing like the pundits keep insisting. But the problem is it's not happening. And there doesn't seem to be a way to make it happen, and there's a total impasse. So what are we going to do? Well, maybe now all we've got is ourselves. So there's a quote in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance that I love. The future is going to be changed by individuals making quality decisions, and that's all. And then after that quote, he goes on to say, God, I don't want to have any more enthusiasm for big programs full of social planning for big masses of people that leave individual quality out. So it seems like all we can do is change ourselves right now to do our best to live a quality existence and hope it catches on. So I hope that made sense.
Hey, as it's the stream that I was supposed to do yesterday, but it's the stream I did today. Funny story. This thumbnail here. I asked the AI bots to make the art for fail to stream. Failed to stream because I intended and successfully failed to stream yesterday, and it gave me art that made me almost stream because it reminded me so much of that great film I Am Legend. I'm gonna watch that again soon now, and in the part where he always goes out on the dock at noon every day. That part, that you see how that's that. Anyway, this is a stream we're doing now. We're going to be going into some great deep cuts, but in something that was disproven by his presence here. We're starting this brand new LARP where Chad is terribly upset that while it's okay for me to live stream over the top of his premieres, his good buddy Neil is having a premiere, and I'm streaming over the top of it. And that upsets him so much he asks me not to use his branding anymore. And so it's a big drama thing to get you guys to make some branding. Hey there, Sonnenberg. Yeah, see, you're so mad that we're streaming over the top of this premiere.
Is the same thing as asking, how could God set up a world in which our decisions have consequences? Because one conclusion I've reached is that in order for our life to matter, in order for each of us individually to participate in what I'll call, Vervaekian participatory knowing, our decisions in this life have to have consequences. Consequences for good, consequences for ill.
Well, no, we better get some savings throws. Would you like some? You get to have one. All you have to do is make a choice. And after this.
It's a whisper in your ear. Now listen here. Remember, embody. It's all so clear. No hidden strings. No puppeteer. We're by your side. Have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Hey there, Graham Grizz. I heard you give savings throws against mind control. Do those actually work? Those savings throws, do they actually give you half damage from the mind control? Do they work? They work. Well, I'll explain to you. They're an exercise in participatory knowing. And so the only way you get participatory knowing is by participating, and you participate by making a choice. Oh yes, you had this up. Survival. So your browser has lost connection to the reshare audio. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. What will be the basis for your resistance to the mind control? You make the choice. I roll the die. This is the survival one. This is the social one. This is the wisdom one. And this is the heart one. You choose. I roll. If that die comes up 10 or higher, you have made your savings throw and get participatory knowing of half damage from the mind control. If it's under 10, you failed your saving throw, but hey, at least you got one. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Oh, survivalist with a nat 1 today. Bonuses do not apply. Socialist, pair of 9's worth of 18 for you. Lovers of wisdom, get your replay comment in. You got a 5 on the die. Heart folks with all 7 chakras worth of 7. And prime 17 for the indigo kids. Prime 17 for those kids there. What were you saying, Neil?
And the way I see hell is the inevitable byproduct of a system, of an arena, which allows us to experience the consequences of our actions. I know in my own life, it's acted that way. In my own life.
I hope in your donations. Thanks, somebody. Where's the train? Ups, can you find the train? I can't find the train. There's too many brandings loaded. We've overloaded. I've been wanting to record a skit, but I haven't done, so I'm going to perform it as a rehearsal now. It goes like this. Whoa! Whoa! Because we accentuate what's going on our insides when we're experiencing the deep psychological programming. It's comical. Programming. It's comical.
Deep psychological programming?
Yeah, it's supernormal stimuli. You're familiar as a person in academia with the concept, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, stimuli. And us being a scientist, folks, we can Beauregard strawberry it down into the essence of the stimuli, and that's super normal. Like, you have to have resistance to mind control to not be suckered into it. And
Yeah. No, that makes me think of like these ash line surveys where it's like if you get people together in a group and they you can get people to say that two lines that are clearly a very different length are the same length because if this need
they'd rather not be an outcast.
Don't want to be an outcast. That's it. That's a real thing. It's a beautiful space. I think people are really full of heart and full of hope, which I think is unusual in the United States right now. And they're coming together in a way that, I mean, I'm giving away the plot here, but people are coming together here in a way that they don't come together almost anywhere else. And then they're finding ways to come together in real life too. I think it's huge. I think it's transformative. I think it's going to change the world. I'm on a soapbox now. I don't know.
Well, that was great. That was Clara and Buddy. Show on that beautiful note. Held together by hope and your donations. That's right, and thank you for those. And the gift memberships. If you've just received a gift membership to the channel, you now have, not yet. You now have super emoji powers. By merely typing :VNA:, you can make this in the Hive Mind chat, and the howdy : will give you one of those. It's quite amazing. And now that you have the gifted memberships, thank you, Ups, that you can do that. Please enjoy the full experience of your membership while you can. This is the Monday service stream. It says Clipstream Deepcuts, and that's what we'll be delivering on the title. You see, there's this secret place called the Broken Clock Tower Discord. We've hidden the entrance in what they call the YouTube description, where you have to find a word that says more, show more, and then you can find your way on there. And there's this magical place called the Clipstream, where we come together with the show and tell of what we've seen elsewhere on the interwebs, the Reapers reap a little clip, and we share it there in the stream of clips called the Clipstream. Casino deck card for the show is the 4 of spades, and we're going into deep past for some deep cuts from the Clipstream today, deeper later in the show. But up next is a very special
Go into a dark winter, and
part of the show where we see each other and we lift each other up. So I'm going to take you by Afriel Pilotson's channel for this whole timestamp excursion that you're missing out if you're not one of his 4 subscribers. But
imagine a world where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms, he dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
all right, now I'm gonna talk before we go into this beautiful timestamp visit to our friend Afriel's video. I do have to bring this up. It's a really big deal for me. You see, what this is the image. If you're only listening, I'm showing the image of the General Grind. It's the coffee now available at evansvillecoffee.com. And if you go over to this site here, and you don't see it here on the front page, but if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this section called Shop Bestsellers. And we have the opportunity now to have this thing here appear in this shop, this section here. If you stop on over to the shop, go down to Partner Blends, and then scroll down past Justin's Coffee, past this Justin's Morning Coffee, all the way down to here, where you can get your own version of the General Grind just in time for Christmas. And as a member of the fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy, I cannot possibly explain to you how much it would mean to me that you do so, other than perhaps to do this and replace this hideous grift as the pinned link at the top of the Hive Mind chat. So there you go. Now you can click on that at the top of the Hive Mind chat and buy somebody the best coffee they've ever had for this Christmas. And now one more branding while I take a drink, and then Now, our good friend and friend of the show, Afriel, is branching out into what we call gameplay videos. And I have a collection of timestamps for you in case you missed it.
Oh gosh, and I'm probably dead from that. Yep, totally dead.
Sorry, I had it on high speed so I could find them all.
Can I? Oh gosh, and I'm probably dead from that. Yep, totally dead.
Totally dead. And then what happened here? What happened here at 1833?
And that's why, because he hits very hard.
Does he?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Well, what about a 2205 over here?
Can I swing? Okay, I got the first hit, but it doesn't matter because his poise is too high.
His
okay,
poise
we're gonna try.
is too high. Too high. What about a 2517?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I can't roll back because I used all my stamina.
You used all your stamina, man. What about a 29 over here?
All those.
Oh, we're just running by the lake. Let's just run by the lake, guys.
Attack. Nope.
Yeah, we're fine. It's fine.
And I died.
Better not run by the lake. What about a 3508? Man, this segment's going long, isn't it?
Full sort of parried. Not good enough for that.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it's that guy again.
He's gonna do that.
Hey, buddy.
And I parried way early, and I died in one hit.
Yes, you did. What about the 3742?
Swung with one arm. That was a terrible mistake.
Oh, look, it's
Don't
a big
die.
dog.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, so I do need to be mindful of that.
Yeah, you should probably watch out for that.
Okay.
Okay, what about 4422?
That you can't put that kind of an unreasonable expectation onto yourself. That you have to... Oh, are you... Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. Oh, good. Is there more? But yes, there's more.
Good.
Oh, it's a dog again. Hi, doggy.
Come on. Oh, God. Ah!
What about it? 5907.
I get another swing off? No, but it's okay. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
I wasn't blocking.
You weren't blocking.
I was trying to switch to shields.
Here, guys, in case you want to experience it for yourself. Stop by Afriel's channel over there. Give him a sub. Like, you don't care who you sub to. You might even sub to this guy. Isn't it?
So today, thumbnail accountability. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. Grim waits till the very end. I guess it's the intrigue that keeps people attention. And I'm just going to start with it. I went orthodoxing today. I put out on Twitter last night. I've been in Nashville on and off for work, and I finally have gotten settled a few weeks in now.
In case you aren't familiar with the corner lingo, we have Baxter trying to coin a new word, orthodoxing. That sounds like doxing the Orthodox church you went to this Sunday.
It was kind of intense. I do travel nursing, and got some family that live in Nashville, and so I thought that would great members only video I posted on this. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph is my Orthodox compatriot. Developing a good friendship with him. We met.
You going ortho, bro? In other news, the ortho bro is interpreting a demon attack on Carlson Tucker as featured on the guy who's making a movie that Paul just talked to. What a coincidence.
Because the mechanical causes don't seem to function the way they do. I'll give you an example that I saw a while ago. It was that there was a Catholic church in which a statue of the Virgin Mary started to cry, and so drops of red liquid were appearing on her cheeks and were kind of streaming down her face. And people were saying she's crying blood. And it was crazy, because imagine you're standing there and you're in a church and you're praying, and you look up and there's a statue of Mary, and then all of a sudden there are like tears, red tears that are streaming down her face. And I remember that I read an article that was debunking this, because they said, well, they looked into it and they analyzed it. And they realized that there was a hole in the roof exactly in the right spot above, the statue, and that there was rusty water in that like hole, and then that rusty water fell exactly right next to her eye, and then would come down as a teardrop, on her face. And therefore, that's not a miracle. And you're like, do you know what maybe you don't know what a miracle is? Maybe you don't understand how a miracle are exactly like that. It's not that there isn't any mechanical causes, that those mechanical causes come together to reveal a meaning, that can't be accounted for in those mechanical causes. So I would say
LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. And as I can see in the chat, that Upcycle is a member for 13 months and is using his members. Like if you're a regular member and you have your anniversary chat, you can use those to ask for extra savings throws on that stream if you got a really bad roll. But it reminded me personally, as he celebrated those 13 months, that this show is brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives, including executive producers, Upcycle Club, the German Dragon, and Stephen D20. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal, so say we all. And then one final bit of news that on this day news, the interview with Dwayne on Chris Williamson finally dropped, in which Chris Williamson felt the urge to read to him an essay he had wrote, and that's exciting to me.
Okay. For you to sit down and to read and have a cigar and to chill and to think. Because I guarantee if you're in the weight room pumping out all these reps and running on the machine, and then you're going into the cubicle and you flip open a computer and you're not thinking, you're learning, you're taking in, but you're not meditating on stuff and you're not thinking. But that can be taken so far that young men are made to feel guilty for just sitting down and thinking and relaxing. And I understand that there was a tendency in this country. We had a lot of young men that were not raised with dads. They weren't raised to work, and so it's sitting on the couch playing the stupid Xbox, not growing up learning to work. So that pendulum went too far this way. So now you've got guys who, in order to counteract that, they swung the pendulum too far this way. And a balanced man needs to be somewhere in the middle. He needs to be able to work, to do what needs to be done to improve himself. And he also needs to sit around by the fire in the backyard and have a cigar and read some
This world will devastate you. And rejoice, although this world will penetrate you. And rejoice, although you will not survive. Rejoice, you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, rejoice. Your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice. Your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice. And holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice. You burned your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Hey, who's that?
Andrew Jack.
Seek, and ye shall find a guy in a turban. Agency deck card of the show is the 9 of clubs, and here's, I think, that part I was looking for.
To be balanced.
I wrote an essay about that this week.
Did you?
Would you mind if I read it to you?
Absolutely not.
I think type A people have a type B problem, and type B people have a type A problem. Insecure overachievers need to learn how.
And if you're into it, you can find that at the 46 minutes of life lessons from a modern cowboy. Dry, quick, treat.
We want what's best for you.
Quit, you're clicking too many things. Oh. No, we're getting to the part of the Clipstream deep cuts, and somewhere in there, I'm sure, will be...
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay, this is deep in the bowels of the Broken Clock Tower Discord, the beloved Clipstream, scrolled all the way to the top back in July 21st of 2022, where this is the very firstest ever clip in the Clipstream.
And then I started looking more into it. And that's when I saw, how do I put this? Satan. And that's the problem. I'm not sure how to address properly, because I think people will misunderstand. So, and then I started looking more into it.
And as it's always important to highlight, the first follower, the second ever clip in the Clipstream, was brought to us by Toots. And that was this one right here. Share this tab instead. Now the beholder part was like when I dive over here from not the chat I'm watching, right? But to the Discords, where the reaping room is, where the Sour D guy, for example, I don't know if Sour D ever has, but if Sour D ever has put the clip in to the reaping room on the Discord, I look sometimes there. And then when that has happened, he is becoming eye stalk of beholder, okay, like this. The eye stock. I know. Was this Holly Coco? I know she make beholder eye stock. Okay, and see, but that's because we're using the Discord part over here. Is the flesh and bones of the beholder eye stock. And in case you forgot, and so Defense Against the Dark Arts, like they've been mastering how to turn you into a mindless consumer that buys what they want you to for a long, long time. But if we come together and think together and sense make together, then they'll have to up their game even more. And like, so anybody who's steering the big eye is going to get all of that.
Yes, yeah.
If we can train each other to be the eye stalks and bring it together and cognitively process it before we feed it to him, it'll up his level like by magnitudes. And like everybody gets a little bit more above water if we work together that way. I say 12 monkeys, you'll probably have enough of everything to catch what Paul is looking for and the social clues, the stuff that like Gavin would be oblivious to.
How this could be used to allow people to connect and get past the status game. Beware of practicing your piety before men in order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven.
Mark Jackson asks, am I a cat? But I don't know for him, right? Where is it?
I'm not a cat.
Now we'll take a rolling recursion through from there. We'll see where the survival die takes us down into this deep cut Clipstream. What the eye stalks from back in the day. This is LARP Gate Year 3 we're in right now. Let's see how much further the survival die takes us. 16 more spaces down from the right there says the survival die. As we scroll on down and count, there's 3 and there's 5 and there's 10 and then 3 more and then this one from Lynn Lavoie. Mystical law and teachings grow out of the ashes of our culture.
The closures are coming. The closures are coming. I don't say this to say, oh no, let's all sleep under our blankets tonight. It's not about that. It's about what does this mean for the challenges of our time? What does this mean? What are we being called to understand? How is it challenging us? And this is where taking a look at what are the religions are going to turn to powder, but their mystical teachings are what we're going to hold on to. And these are the laws that we're going to talk about. The mystical laws that have governed this universe and will continue to govern it long after the evolution in the earth keeps spinning past this era. The closure.
Whoa! All right, survival die. All right. Let's see where the social die takes us now. And this deep dive, Clipstream deep cuts, recursion. Whoa, nat 20. Nat 20 for the social die. That means I think we should do double and go 40. And you're going to count to 40?
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Well, we've made it 20 while the branding played, so here's that one.
And it's different for everyone. But for me, when I hear remember, embody, it's a really helpful reminder that we are on Earth for a reason. And we're not going to be able to uncover that reason and fulfill our purpose if we're not within the vessel that we landed in, you know? It's a simple concept, but very critical because we are surrounded by reasons not to be embodied. The internet, for example, it provides a great opportunity to become disembodied.
Hey, I'm Grim Grizz. This is a live stream. We're doing Clipstream Deep Cuts. It's the Monday service. I should have did it yesterday. We try to do these on Sundays now. It's the thing for year 5. But anyway, we're on the double damage of the Nat 20 from the social die, and that's this clip by Lynn Lavoie. From Lynn Lavoie. The older generations recognizing the errors of their own morals.
Einstein said,
Except that's not the clip. That we got to do it this way.
Neurotransmitters, and now my dad, he's 81 years old. He's matured enough to know why he did these things, and he feels shame is almost the right word about all these trophies that are in his house of these heads he got in Africa. And this is the cultural period that we've lived through, that we could do these things. And now we're facing some of the, because of media, because of podcasts like yours, we're having an internal recognition of the time that we're alive in during this carbon pulse, and that our decisions and our behaviors have consequences. And I think we just need to really start to change our discussions and our consciousness and our aspirations. What is it that we aspire to as individuals? Jamie here talks about the loss of meaning in our culture. We had religions, and then we had economic growth at neurotransmitters.
This anyway, back to the main point about morality.
Gotta be, and that's gotta be visit via our rolling recursion to the deep cuts of the Clipstream. I think that one. Where are we at? We're at October of 2022 as the wisdom die rolls us through with a nat 20. It's wanting us to move along, I suppose. Here's another double damage on the way after I scroll a bunch.
What's reality? I don't know. When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas.
And maybe we'll get by with this, running this clip. Let's find out. That's a whole 4-minute segment of copyright stuff. But let's see. We'll do this bit here.
Mentally ill. Back, Jim, back. If you don't buy things, toilet paper, new cars, computerized blenders, electrically operated sexual devices.
Yep. All right. That's enough of that. 20. That's a whole video, not a clip, too. Here's the next one.
This stuff, trying to participate. Participation has been a huge element of what we've been trying to do. I think we often have a sense that, oh, we're watching this stuff online, and Grim Grizz is a big part of this, because right away he's been about breaking the fourth wall. Estuary has been a big part of this. We don't just want to sit and watch videos or listen to content. We want to have a face. We want to have a name. We want to have a voice, which is I've thought the whole time that in many ways this little corner is really what YouTube is about, or originally about, just in terms of the name, more than sort of what YouTube has become. And so Chad's doing all sorts of fun things, sort of curating this stuff, trying to participate. Participation
Imagine a world
has been
where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms, he dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
Oh, Heart, what do you have for us in this our rolling recursion to the deep cuts of the Clipstream? Oh, not a nat 20, but right next to it, a baker's coven. 13 down, we find, and the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 5, and 6 more, 7 and the 8, and the 9 more, and the 10, and the 11, and the 12. And then this guy, a clip. Oh, this one was made old school with OBS even.
So for those who are joining, let me just introduce myself briefly. My name is Charles Stang. I teach at Harvard Divinity School. I've been on the faculty here since 2008. In my own work, I extend that quite a bit beyond the Church Fathers, and I study this religion and philosophy in the ancient Mediterranean world. About 5 years ago, I took on a new role here at the Divinity School, and I've been directing what's called the Center for the Study of World Religions, which is under the aegis of the Divinity School, but is in part an intentional community and part a programming hub for the school, the university, and beyond.
I wonder why Grim Grizz would have made that a clip. Oh, well, let us see now why the Heart Dies picked that. I don't know why the Heart Die picked that out anyway. Let's see if the Indigo kids can shine us a light with this die roll you won't see of the power of 8. 8 from here, it says, is what we need. 3 more, 4 more, 5, 6, 7. This one.
Yes.
Just ride that thing, and I'll give them, like, they'll have resources around them. Like we will have played stirring games, so there will be stuff to play with. There will be materials that are relevant and important that they chose that are amongst them as they're starting to weave. So the artist weaves those materials together, and just have and trust. I'm gonna start using that, and trust that when one word follows another, it will be right. And I say to them, these are the rules. Make it flow and sound cool.
Yeah.
If you get those two things, forget about meaning. Meaning will come.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And then you get all this language, and it's like, and then it's Michelangelo and the marble. What the hell is this thing?
Yeah.
Start, like, be a judge. Pick out a few of those really salient pieces, and maybe put that at the top. Maybe if that's the title, what does the rest of it mean?
Wow, what a beautiful bringing the Indigo die has to sum up the whole process of what we've been doing today. on the Clipstream deep cuts. Amazing what the dice can do for you. Oh, hey, Joy. Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome to a live stream. I'm Grimgriz. We're rolling dice as we explore deep into history of the Clipstream, which we are trying to revivify with your participation on the Broken Clock Tower Discord. You do have to get a special set of Reaper keys to get into the Reaper's Hall, but so many of you have them. Let's see what you have for next Sunday's stream if we do it on time. This is Monday's Monday service, but we try to do these on Sundays this season. It's complicated. And now here's this.
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best.
All right, and now with the powers of the survival, social wisdom, heart, and indigo die combined, we will make our last stop on our deep cuts visit to the Clipstream. Let's see if we can do the math. Hey, survivalist, you can use these as savings throws. 19, that's a lot of scrolling. Socialist with the 15. Oh boy, that's what, 34 maths? 34 maths, and then 16 for the wisdom folks. That's nice and rounded. 50, I think, and then 14 more for the heart folks brings us up to 64. With the indigo kids coming in with not prime, 2 nines worth of 18 on top of 64, and that's math I have to do off screen.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
My brain is saying that's 82 damage. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hive Mind. I'll be scrolling. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can't do Alabama. Yeah. What?
You are Blues?
No, that robot is no more. I am Breakman.
You are model number DLN-000?
Yes.
You said you wanted to ask me something?
Yes.
Fine. Let's do this one then.
Thing you discover, and this is this theory that Darwin theory of evolution actually points straight back to God. because hang on, humanity was religious, has always been religious. So then you say, okay, well, which religion? But it's all of a sudden you can see, so you have us modern folks who like super arrogant about our current powers and whatnot, and I don't need to be religious. And then you realize, but hang on, if I